Hello everyone. So today I'm going to show you how to solve some systems, and we will use in graphing method and maybe a couple more. We'll see. So definitely please make sure you use your yellow packet to complete some of the examples. I'm going to use this video type and coordinate plan that is given just to be able to clarify and give you better view of what the line it's gonna look like. So you can follow me and use graph paper and do what I'm doing. So solve the systems by graphing the equations. Every time when we're using graphing method, our goal is to look through the system, look through the equations, and make sure they're in slope-intercept form. So in this case, again, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So I can write here that, just need a little bit tiny pen. Okay, so I can write that the first one has -3/2 slope and b is -4. So that will be first equation. So this is the first, this is the second one. And once I know the slope and y-intercept, I will be ready to graph the first line as well. So let's start with b -4. b -4 will be right here, and that will be the first point on the graph. Then we have a negative slope, which means we gotta go down to the right or up to the left in order to find the second point of this line. So -3 will be 3 down, 2 to the right, or 3 up, 2 to the left. And I can keep going, 3 up, 2 to the left, 3 up, 2 to the left. Remember, we need a lot of points here. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard to tell what the actual solution is. So I'm going to draw a line that goes exactly through these points, and we'll leave my line like this. Then I'm going to change the color of my pen because I want to show you second line. So the slope of this will be 1/2 and b is +4. So b +4 is right here, and slope is +1/2. So we have 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, and if I continue, because I do need to continue in order to intersect with the first line, will be 1 down, 2 to the left, 1 down, 2 to the left, 1 down, 2 to the left. So you can see that this point right here will be the intersecting point. And how do I know? Well, if I put my line, then the intersecting point will be exactly this point here, and the coordinates of this point will be solution to my system. So the coordinates of this intersecting point, x is 1, 2, 3, 4, -4, and y is +2. And that will be the final answer, and I'm done with the first example. So let's review another one now. You can pause the video and complete your notes. I will move on to the next example, so we're not wasting time waiting. Okay, so next example, we have 2y minus 2x equals -8, and y is equal to -x plus 2. And we will use the same method. Now, we're going to apply graphing method, but look at both equations, and something that's not completely right here. So we know that slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b. And if you look at the first equation, this is not in y-intercept form, but this one is. This one is good. So from here, the second equation, I can write that m is equal to -1/1. So remember, the number that stays in front of x and we don't see it is 1. And then b is equal to +2. So for second equation, it's fine and you can graph it. What about the first one? So this one, we'll change the color to green or blue, because I want you to see what we are going to do. So we're going to solve the equation for y. How do we solve the equation for y? Well, we will move negative 2x to the other side, and the opposite of this will be plus 2x on each side. Those two cancel, then we're going to have 2y is equal to 2x minus 8. Final step here will be to divide by 2. So those two cancel, and we're going to have y is equal to 2 over 2. X is just 1x. And then negative 8 over 2 will be negative 4. So the slope is 1 over 1 and b is negative 4. Alright, so let's start with the first equation and graph it. Negative 4 for b, again, will be right here. This is negative 4. And then we'll apply the slope 1 over 1, 1 over 1, 1 over 1, 1 over 1, 1 over 1. And once I have all those points, then I'm gonna put my line here. Perfect. So the line is good. Now I'm going to graph second equation. And we have b is positive 2, which is right here. And then we have negative 1 over 1, negative 1 over 1, negative 1 over 1 slope. Alright. So you can see that this right here will be the intersecting point. But I'm going to draw a line so you can see well. There you go. Alright, perfect. So now the intersecting point has exactly those coordinates, and the coordinates are the solution for this, x and y. We are having x is positive 3 and y is negative 1. With that, my problem will be completed and we're done with this example. Okay, I just want to quickly take a look and see there's another example which I may not going through. Let me just go back. Alright, so this one, yeah, let's take a look at this one. I think this one is good to review too. Okay, so first thing, y equals mx plus b. Plus b. My pen doesn't want to draw a right b here. Okay, perfect. So m is 3/4 for the second equation and b is negative 4. I started with this one because this one is already in slope-intercept form. This one is not. And the reason for that is because we have 4y, not just y. So let's go ahead and divide by 4 each one of those and see what we will get. So y will be equal to 3 over 4x plus 1. So the slope is 3 over 4 and b is equal to 1. Now, if you look at both equations, or specifically the slope and y-intercept, have you noticed something here? Yeah, they have the same slope, right? This is m 3/4 and this one is also m 3/4. What do we know about the lines when they have the same slope? So it's positive slope, we will assume that both lines will be parallel, right? Because that's what is happening, and let me graph it so you can see that. First equation, b is positive 1, and we have 3 over 4, 3 over 4. And 3 over 4, it's going to be right here, and 3 over 4 will be right here, so that will be first line on the graph. Second one has also b, same slope, b is negative 4, which is right here. And then we have 3 over 4, 3 over 4, and 3 over 4. So if I draw my second line, here's what we get. And we know that two parallel lines have the same slope, and the solution for that will be, the answer will be no solution, correct, because they do not intersect. There is no intersecting point between those two lines that we can find the coordinates of the point and write it, so definitely this will be no solution. And with that, I will end this mini lesson. Hopefully, you will be ready to continue your work with the worksheet. Any discussions will be done during class time and also via Schoology discussion board. Thank you for watching the video.